So let me give you a full 3-step process, and then we're going to talk about how that works in real life. All right. So I'm not good enough is going to show up. When it shows up, let me give you a for instance to walk through the example. You had a performance review at work. Those come on the regular, right? 6 months, 12 months, every 6 months or 12 months. Maybe in my coaching, if you had a leader who was coached by me, you were getting it a much more timely and specific intervals than 6 months and 12 months. Amen to that, right, Henry?
Yes.
So let's say you got a 6-month performance review and it didn't say what you liked. It gave you less than what you thought you should have gotten. That might be a moment when I'm not good enough shows up. The I'm not good enough story starts to play out in your brain. That's when it begins, right? So that's something that's going to show up. And the first thing that we want you to do, we don't want you to argue with it. Because there's an old phrase, I'm going to use it multiple times on this podcast for all of the people who are listening. But this is the first time I've used it, I think, so far in the first few episodes. What you resist persists. What you resist persists. We do not want to resist. Think of it like martial arts. If you've ever watched anyone, a martial artist, someone who's really great, a master of their craft, they're going to take the force of something coming at them, and then they're going to turn it around onto their opponent.
Yeah.
They're not trying to resist it. If you put your hand up and you let the fist, hit, that's resistance. We don't want resistance. So arguing with it is not what we want you to do. When I'm not good enough shows up, we just want you to, step one, we just want you to name it. We just want you to identify it. We want you to go, oh, the I'm not good enough story is here. That's it. Give them step 2, Henry.
Yeah, step 2, after you name it, then you have to normalize it. Normalize it. And here's what that says. Of course I feel this. I'm stretching. Of course I feel this. I'm growing. Because growth and discomfort, lean in, travels together.
Say that one more time.
Growth and discomfort travels together. And I remind myself of that often, that if I'm developing a new skill and I'm stretching, I don't allow the discomfort that comes with that to make me discount the growth path that I'm on, because I've resolved that they actually travel together. So after they name it, then they have to normalize it.
Yeah, that's good. So first we're going to name it, right? Then we're going to normalize it. And the third step is to replace it. This might be the most important step. So instead of allowing I'm not good enough to be the message that my mind continues to send me, I want to replace it. And I want to say something instead like, I'm still building this. I'm still in the process. I'm on my way, right? Those are 3 options. There are many other options you can adopt. The point here isn't that you adopt the exact words we're giving you, but that you replace I'm not good enough with what feels right about your situation. To go back to our friend who got his 6-month performance review, he got less than excellent marks, which also means he got less than what he wanted on his monetary bonus, by the way. So that stings. And he had to listen to the feedback from his leader. Instead of hearing feedback, he heard criticism. And the criticism drove him into a little ball in his soul, right? And he curled up and he said, oh no, I'm not good enough. I won't be loved. I won't be approved of. I have to figure this out. This is what happens. What we want you to do in that situation is name it. Oh my gosh, the I'm not good enough story showed up. Name it. Then we normalize it. Of course it showed up. I feel like I'm being criticized like I did when I was a kid, when I stepped out and I tried to do stuff. Or I felt like I was being criticized for not being good enough because I didn't make 100% instead of what my leader gave me on this performance review. I'm being stretched. I need to grow. It's okay. So once I normalize I'm not good enough into Of course I'm feeling this way because this part of me is being stretched and I need to grow and I'm feeling uncomfortable. Then I replace I'm not good enough. By the way, you can't replace a thought with a thought. Let me say that again. You cannot replace a thought with a thought. You must replace it with actual stimulation of your vocal cords. You have to say something out loud to reprogram yourself. You cannot just think, okay, I'm going to replace I'm not good enough with I'm still building, I'm still in the process, I'm still on my way. You can't just think it, you have to say it because that interrupts the pattern, that interrupts your brain. You're interrupting your thought pattern when you speak. So you must speak the truth. You must speak the truth about yourself to reprogram yourself. The brain will resist the things that you are thinking that you're trying to replace with, but it can't resist what you summon and say through your mouth.